Two Shepherds, One Flock, Francis and Tagle on the global stage, written by John L. Allen Jr., Crux, Pope Francis, Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, two figures who loom large in the consciousness of the Catholic Church. Each carries the weight of expectation, the hope of millions for a more compassionate, more engaged church in the 21st century. Francis, the first Latin American pontiff, brought a gust of fresh air to the Vatican. His papacy has been marked by a focus on the poor, the marginalized, a call for radical simplicity, and a church that embraces the peripheries. Tagle, the Filipino cardinal known for his intellectual prowess and pastoral sensitivity, embodies a similar spirit. His rise through the ranks has been meteoric, propelled by his charisma, his theological acumen, and his unwavering commitment to social justice. As the prefect for the Dicastery for Evangelization, he holds a position of immense influence, shaping the Church's missionary outreach and its engagement with the wider world. Together, Francis and Tagle represent a powerful force for change within Catholicism. Their shared vision of a more inclusive, more merciful church, a church that prioritizes the needs of the poor and the marginalized, has resonated deeply with many Catholics and non-Catholics alike. Yet, despite their shared goals, whispers of discord have begun to surface, subtle hints of disagreement on matters of reform, theological interpretation, and the Church's role in the political sphere. Despite these challenges, their influence remains undeniable. They continue to inspire countless individuals around the globe, urging them to live out the values of compassion, humility, and justice. Their leadership is a beacon of hope in a world often fraught with division and strife. As they navigate the complexities of the modern world, their commitment to a more loving and inclusive church remains steadfast. Together, they strive to build bridges, heal wounds, and bring the message of the gospel to all corners of the earth. Their journey is a testament to the enduring power of faith, hope, and love. Shared vision, embracing the margins. Francis and Tagle share a profound commitment to social justice. They believe in a church that prioritizes the needs of the poor, the marginalized, the forgotten. This shared vision is rooted in their personal experiences. Francis, a Jesuit priest who worked in the slums of Buenos Aires, witnessed firsthand the struggles of the poor. He learned the importance of accompaniment, of walking alongside those who suffer, of offering not just charity but also dignity and hope. Tagle too has a heart for the poor. Growing up in the Philippines, a country grappling with poverty and inequality, he developed a deep sense of compassion for those on the margins. As a young priest, he worked tirelessly with street children, offering them education, care, and a sense of belonging. This shared commitment to social justice has manifested in numerous ways. Francis has made it a cornerstone of his papacy, speaking out against economic inequality, calling for greater care for migrants and refugees, and urging world leaders to prioritize the needs of the poor. Tagle has echoed these calls, advocating for the rights of the marginalized, challenging structures of injustice, and urging Catholics to live out their faith through concrete acts of charity and solidarity. Whispers of discord, reform, and resistance. Beneath the surface of shared vision, tensions simmer. The Church, a vast and ancient institution, resists change. Francis the Reformer pushes for a more synodal church, open to dialogue and diverse voices. Decentralization of power, greater roles for women and lay people are central to his vision. Tagle, a loyal son of the Church, navigates these turbulent waters with grace. He understands the need for reform, the importance of adapting to the changing times. Yet he also recognizes the complexities, the deep-seated traditions that shape the Church's structures. He advocates for gradual change, for dialogue and consensus building. This cautious approach, while wise, sometimes clashes with Francis's bolder vision. Conservative factions within the Church view Francis's reforms with suspicion, fearing a dilution of doctrine and tradition. Their resistance creates a challenging environment, forcing Tagle to walk a tightrope between loyalty to the Pope and sensitivity to the concerns of more traditional elements within the Church. The tension, though subtle, is palpable. It is a dynamic that will continue to shape the relationship between these two influential figures and the future direction of the Catholic Church. Theological tides, navigating the depths of doctrine. The journey through the intricate waters of Catholic doctrine is akin to navigating the vast and unpredictable ocean. Each wave, each current represents a different aspect of faith, tradition, and interpretation. Francis and Tagle, while united in their commitment to a more merciful and inclusive church, navigate the complexities of Catholic doctrine with nuanced differences. Their paths, though parallel, often diverge in subtle yet significant ways, reflecting their unique perspectives and experiences. Francis, known for his pastoral approach, emphasizes the spirit of the law over its letter. His focus is on the human experience, the lived reality of faith, and the ways in which the Church can be a source of comfort and guidance in people's lives. He prioritizes mercy, compassion, and accompaniment, particularly for those who feel marginalized or excluded by the Church. His actions and words often serve as a beacon of hope for those who have felt alienated or judged. His pronouncements on issues like divorce and remarriage, while rooted in tradition, reflect a willingness to engage with the complexities of modern life and to prioritize the individual conscience. This approach has sparked both admiration and debate within the Church. Tagle, a renowned theologian, brings a more intellectual and nuanced approach to doctrinal matters. His deep understanding of theology and his ability to articulate complex ideas make him a respected voice in the global Catholic community. He delves into the richness of Catholic tradition, seeking to find within it resources for responding to contemporary challenges. His scholarly approach is complemented by a genuine pastoral concern for the faithful. His approach is characterized by both fidelity to Church teaching and a willingness to engage in open and honest dialogue about difficult issues. Tagle's ability to bridge the gap between tradition and modernity is a testament to his theological acumen. These subtle differences in theological approach, while not necessarily points of conflict, reflect the diverse ways in which these two leaders engage with the richness and complexity of Catholic tradition. Their dialogue and collaboration highlight the dynamic nature of the Church's ongoing journey. Francis, the pastor, leads with his heart, emphasizing mercy and compassion. His approach resonates deeply with those who seek a more inclusive and understanding Church. Tagle, the theologian, brings the weight of his intellect and his deep understanding of Church teaching to bear on contemporary issues. His insights provide a valuable perspective on how the Church can remain relevant in a rapidly changing world. Together they represent a dynamic duo, navigating the theological currents of our time with sensitivity and wisdom. Their combined efforts offer a hopeful vision for the future of the Church, one that is both rooted in tradition and open to the possibilities of the present and future. The weight of politics, a global Church in a complex world. The Catholic Church, a global institution, navigates a complex geopolitical landscape. With its presence in nearly every country, the Church finds itself at the crossroads of diverse political, social, and cultural currents. This unique position allows it to be a powerful voice for change, but also requires it to tread carefully amidst varying political climates. Francis, a vocal advocate for peace and justice, has not shied away from addressing political issues. His papacy has been marked by a willingness to confront the most pressing issues of our time, from migration crises to economic disparities. His speeches often resonate with a call to action, urging both leaders and lay people to work towards a more equitable world. He has spoken out against war, poverty, and environmental degradation, calling for global solidarity and a more just world order. His encyclical Laudato Si is a landmark document that addresses the urgent need for environmental stewardship and social justice, emphasizing the interconnectedness of all creation. His pronouncements on issues like climate change and economic inequality have drawn both praise and criticism, reflecting the politicized nature of these issues. While some laud his courage and vision, others argue that he oversteps the traditional boundaries of religious leadership. Tagle, too, recognizes the Church's responsibility to engage in the public square. As a prominent figure in the global Catholic community, he has used his platform to highlight issues of social justice, often drawing from his own experiences and the teachings of the Church. He has spoken out against corruption, human rights abuses, and the exploitation of the poor. His advocacy is deeply rooted in his belief that the Church must be a voice for the voiceless, standing up for those who are marginalized and oppressed. His experience in the Philippines, a country grappling with political instability and social injustice, has given him a keen understanding of the interplay between faith and politics. This background informs his approach to leadership and his commitment to addressing the root causes of societal issues. While Francis and Tagle share a commitment to social justice, their approaches to political engagement reveal subtle differences. These differences are not divisive, but rather highlight the diverse ways in which the Church can influence the world. Francis, known for his prophetic voice, tends to address issues in broad moral terms, calling for systemic change and a conversion of hearts. His approach is often seen as visionary, aiming to inspire a global movement towards justice and peace. Tagle, while no less passionate, often focuses on concrete actions and policy solutions, drawing on his expertise in social doctrine and his experience working with local communities. His pragmatic approach seeks to implement tangible changes that can improve lives on the ground. These differences, rather than points of friction, reflect the complementary strengths of these two leaders as they navigate the challenging intersection of faith and politics on the global stage. Together, they embody the Church's mission to be a beacon of hope and a catalyst for positive change in an increasingly complex world. Please subscribe to our channel, History Documentary, for more insightful videos on historical events and figures.